The balance is off. Our land, Nostria, dances on the knife's edge of fate.
In today's video, I'm going to be talking about a turn-based fantasy RPG by the name of King's Bounty 2, which is set to release on August 24th of 2021, which may or may not have already passed depending on which day you're watching this video. This video is sponsored by Koch Media, so big thank you to them for reaching out to the channel, and they also sent me a collector's edition for the game, which I will be unboxing right here in front of you. It's my first collector's edition ever, and then after that, of course, I'll show you guys some gameplay and tell you everything that this game has to offer. Let's get right into it. I already said that. All right. Good old-fashioned box here. It wouldn't be an unboxing without a box. Hey, Mom, where's the scissors? All right. Whoa. Oh, what do you know? It's the box within the box, the old classic trick to make the gift seem bigger than what it actually is. I'm still excited though. There we go. So King's Bounty, like I said, guys, is coming out on August 24th, and it's going to come out on PC, Xbox One, PS4, and Nintendo Switch. I'm ruining this whole thing. And the coolest thing about this game, in my opinion, is that you're actually going to be exploring the world in the third-person perspective, but when you get into combat situations, it switches over to a tactile army versus army turn-based mode. And I think it's cool to have both of those modes all within one game. All right, let's see what we got inside this box, and then after the unboxing, I'll get into all the details and show you guys some gameplay. This is the first crown I've gotten since going to Burger King last week and getting a Happy Meal. Hell yeah, I'm gonna put it on. All right, it doesn't quite fit. It's got some weight to it though. Yeah, someone's going to the guillotine after this. And there were a few other items included in the King's Collector's Edition box, which of course the game itself was included. In this case, it's for Xbox One, which you can play on Xbox Series X. Make sure to comment below if you can make use of an Xbox copy, because I'll likely play on PC, and I'll do a drawing for you guys that have supported the video. Next up is the beautiful soundtrack of King's Bounty 2, a CD, and I still do use CDs in my car, so I'll be rocking that tonight. After that, we have the art of King's Bounty, which is a bunch of the concept art, illustrations of the environment and stuff like that. Really cool book. I always love looking at art for fantasy games. And as you guys can see, first of all, the crown is not a necklace. I just made a makeshift necklace out of it to show you guys while I'm checking out everything else. And the last thing included in the box is a map of the beautiful world of Antara, and on the back side of that we have the King's Bounty 2 poster. So yeah, thank you to Koch Media for sending this to me. Now let's get into details about the game itself. King's Bounty 2 is the spiritual successor of the King's Bounty series, which started all the way back in 1990 by New World Computing, and followed in 2008, 9, 10, 12, and 14 by 1C Company and Qatari Interactive. If you played any of those games in the past, or if you've played Heroes of Might and Magic, which is a good reference point for this game, definitely let me know below in the comments. This is of course an RPG game, and a single player campaign at that, and it's set in a vast rich world called Antara. This game will feature that turn-based army versus army combat design that I mentioned before, and when the devs were designing this system, they said that they kept both a classical approach and a modern design trend in mind. It's important to point out though that this game is actually more focused on the RPG side of things, like the story, the choices you make, side stories, and character management, than on the actual combat itself. Combat is said to only take up about 30% of your playtime, and the battles themselves will be shorter battles lasting no more than 3 minutes or so. The overall game is said to take up to 40 hours of playtime to complete. Some of you may remember the older games with the flat arenas. Well, fear not, this is no more, because landscapes matter now, and you'll be navigating ravines, hills, and cliffs. Like I said before, you will be exploring the world from a third-person perspective, and then when you want to get into battles, you'll enter into that more isometric tactical type view. God, how do I look? As for the graphics, 1C is going with a more realistic style now, and there's going to be a completely new character development system involving affinities to the basic morale archetypes. There will be some fast travel points in the game that'll help you avoid the longer rides across terrain that you've previously explored, and there's going to be several interactive items such as quest items, levers and switches, a few Easter eggs for those of you who can find them, and of course treasure. For your character, you'll be choosing between 3 protagonists, the first one being Ivar, a warrior and a descendant of an impoverished noble family. Ivar has special abilities such as being a mercenary, which gives units under his command the best combat characteristics, and he also gets benefits such as an increase to XP for winning battles and allied unit damage increases. Catherine is a mage who comes from a long line of noble counts from the rugged mountain region of Nostria. A few of her special abilities include getting access to the most powerful spells in the game, and being able to learn air, fire, death, and darkness spells from scrolls. And Elisa is a paladin who believes in her special mission to save all of Nostria, and her homeland in Lorien has been caught up in civil war for more than a decade. Some of Elisa's special abilities include being able to recruit the largest amount of units in the shortest amount of time, and also getting special boosts to allied armor and resistances. Now let's get into the story a bit. This game is taking a novel approach to choices and story, and what you do is going to matter more so than what you pick from dialogue options. In the world of Antara, a mysterious blight is starting to appear in distant places, and it's corrupting both land and living creatures. Because of this, refugees are starting to appear in the land of Nostria, and chaos is erupting. The creatures of the Blight, who were once very much living souls, are now raiding the lands and killing everyone in their path, and wherever they go, the Blight goes. You, the player, arrive at the Economical Council, where a mysterious elven mage Scryer reveals the graveness of the Blight to the Council, of which the news breaks the heart of King Claudius and he drops dead. The Scryer also declares you as the hero and savior of Antara, and the king's son, Prince Adrian, isn't too happy about this and has you arrested. Not long after, the power that be decides that the hero could in fact be used as an agent against the Blight, and you are freed. You now have directions to restore order and light the world cressets to stop the Blight. It's not that easy though, because each cresset requires a source of power, which are powerful artifacts held by different rulers of Antara. One of the sources is even the crown that King Claudius used to wear. So yeah, you'll be restoring order and stopping the Blight, and that'll be King's Bounty. I swear they didn't make me do this. This is on my own here. Oh my god, what am I doing? So yeah, check out King's Bounty 2 on your preferred game store. Like I said, it's going to be coming out on Xbox, PlayStation, PC, and Switch. I'll put a link to the company's website below. I appreciate you guys, and I'll catch you on the next one.